Alright everybody, so welcome back for yet another TTM Squeeze video. If you guys do enjoy the video, please click that subscribe button, comment, and like the video as well. But without further ado, let's hop into TTM Squeeze Part 2. Alright, so basically with the TTM Squeeze, what we talked about last time is the two indicators that make up the TTM Squeeze. So the Bollinger Bands and the Kettler channels, right? So now this week we're going to be talking about what these colors are here at the bottom. So we got light blue, dark blue, red, and yellow. So I'm sure some of you have the question, what do these colors mean, all right? So I'm going to break this down in the easiest way possible. So light blue is indicating buying momentum, buying pressure, whatever you want to call it. But basically, when we see this light blue, what happens with the chart, right? The stock starts to rise in price. So we get light blue, continuation all the way up here. Basically saying there's strong buying going on, right? So this entire time we have light blue, what's happening to Peloton? It's rising in price. Now dark blue is basically saying, okay, the buying pressure might be easing up. This might be a good time to start taking your profits and to get out of the trade. So when we start getting dark blue, what happens? The stock starts to pull back, right? So the entire time going into this dark blue territory, Peloton is pulling back. Now, whenever I'm in a call and I see dark blue bars coming in from the squeeze, I'm more than likely going to start taking my profits. Just after using the squeeze for so long, you start to notice that these dark blue bars are indicating to you that a possible pullback is incoming. So now, if we go to the dark blue, like I said, this is basically saying that the stock's buying pressure is easing up and people are beginning to take their profits. So what happens as soon as we start getting dark blue bars? Well, Peloton starts to pull back. So people are taking their profits, right? So now, going from dark blue into red, red is basically selling pressure. So you can see here, once we get into the red territory, or basically this entire dark blue into red, what is Peloton doing? It's pulling back the entire way, right? Now, red is indicating selling pressure. So there's more sellers than there is buyers in this example. So when we see red, we know that we could possibly go for puts or just not enter the trade. So let me pull up a better example. Let's go to JP Morgan. So let's go right here, right? So we had the light blue run up into the dark blue pullback. Then we started to move into red territory, basically saying there's more sellers than there is buyers. So what did we do this whole time? We pulled back all through the red. So when I'm looking to take puts, I'm looking to take puts while following this red colorway on the TTM squeeze to the downside. So all you need to know with the red is that it is indicating selling pressure. Now, the last color is this yellow. So ideally, the yellow is saying, okay, the selling pressure is over. Buyers are beginning to step in. And what happens with the price? It starts coming back up. And then notice how we go from the yellow into the light blue. And we get a nice little run up along the way. So again, yellow is basically just saying to us that buyers are beginning to step in. And there's not as much selling going on as there was to begin with. So if we go back to Peloton, this is the ideal setup I'm looking for when using the TTM squeeze as well as my EMAs. So last week we put on a swing trade for Peloton in the server, right? So you'll notice when you're using the TTM squeeze, it usually goes in this sequence of light blue to dark blue to red to yellow to light blue, right? So I'm usually looking to enter into a trade around this area on the squeeze. Just after using it for so long, you know that the yellow turns into light blue. Yellow is indicating that the selling pressure is easing up, and light blue is saying buyers are stepping in. This is what's called a slingshot, and we want to get in at the beginning of the slingshot, getting ready to fire to the upside. So let's just say we entered in on this day based off of the squeeze. So let's say we entered at 106.94. Well, if we entered at 106.94, followed the squeeze, we hit a high of 120.48. So you basically made a $14 move just following the squeeze. Now again, you want to add the squeeze with many other indicators because the TTM squeeze is just an indicator. But in the next video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to trade using it. For this video, I just wanted to show you guys, what the colors meant. So again, basically just to reiterate everything we went over, We have light blue, which indicates buying pressure, buyers are stepping in. Dark blue is indicating, okay, buyers are beginning to take their profits, watch out for a pullback, maybe take your profits off the table as well. And then when we go from dark blue into red, the stock is corresponding, with the dark blue into the red motion. So the stock is pulling back, and then we go into the red, which is saying there's more sellers than there are buyers. So in that meantime, you might want to be looking for puts. And then after the red selling is over, we begin to get a yellow. And then ideally with the yellow, the stock starts to correspond with that as well. Yellow is saying that buyers are stepping back in to drive prices higher. And then you want to be looking for that slingshot squeeze from the yellow into the light blue to the upside. So if you guys did learn something new from this video, please drop a like and a comment down below. And please drop a subscribe. It would mean the entire world to me. Again, there's going to be many parts on how to use the TTM squeeze to perfect your trading. But like I said, just for this video, I wanted to show you guys what light blue, dark blue, yellow, and red means. So again, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in next week's video.